The history of Dragon Ball fighting games is extensive. With over a dozen Dragon Ball fighting games on the market, the number of playable fighters has reached astronomical levels. The cast once rose as high as 161 characters in Dragon Ball Budokai 3, but these days Fighters has slimmed down to a mere 24 characters, with more on the way. I'm Nikki with the Leaderboard, and we're going to dig into what your Fighters main says about you. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon to become part of the notification squad. The Golden Trio. So you boot up, open the main menu, and wham! 24 options staring you in the face. Indecision sets in, your hands get clammy, and you go back to what you know, the classics. You main Goku, Vegeta, or Teen Gohan. Select any of these three and you're sticking to your guns. They're who you grew up with, the guys that provided some of the series' most iconic moments. You're starting out with Dragon Ball's Golden Boy, Goku. Makes sense. Like his personality, Goku is simple to understand, allowing you to execute the most straightforward moves with maximum efficiency. The only thing that will be a hassle is how good you get. While you're a simple lad with super moves that can be activated from almost any place on the stage, you never feel too far away from your opponent. No matter the situation you're enthralled in, you'll come out the champion, as Goku usually does. The prideful Saiyan Vegeta has a similar story. Choosing Vegeta means you're fast to pick a fight. While you've got less length to work with and your reach is a tad shorter, petty details like that aren't what holds you back. Despite your shortcomings, using Vegeta's speed makes you truly menacing, much like his demeanor. If you like overwhelming power and anger, then you main as the Prince of all Saiyans. However, if you want a more specialized character, give Teen Gohan a gander. You're somebody who pulls through when the going gets tough. People don't think much of you from a glance, but you know there's something special in you. Your standard moves may be a little weak, but once your supers get going, you're a force to be reckoned. Show them what you've got with your 5-bar special. That one-handed Kamehameha, pushing even stronger with your dad. If Fighters characters were cheeses, these fellas would all be mild cheddar. They're comfortable, but not particularly unique. If you choose one of these three, then you value consistency and loyalty. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of the same old. The nice, open, and emotionally available guys. Hello, how was your day? I made you a 7-layer German chocolate cake because I heard you liked it. If you main adult Gohan, Hit, Trunks, or Android 16, you've probably found yourself saying something along these lines. These characters use moves that require closeness for maximum effectiveness. On the flip side, these characters utilize the moves that leave them the most vulnerable. Your choice of Trunks is because you've been hurt before. You've come from a damaged time and want to keep your distance from anything new. Trunks has the best range in Fighters. Everyone who attempts to get close to you knows this to be true. Eventually, you realize the necessity to open up, becoming the best you can be. You're still worried that your most significant moves, like your level 3 super, will leave you a bit too unguarded, but it's okay, you're safe. People assume that you're nothing much, but you're great. As adult Gohan, you need a little time to warm up before getting into your groove. Every time you focus a bit more, things start going your way. When you're ready and get close, people will know that you're special. You can use Gohan's potential unlock to power yourself up 7 times over. Want to make sure you're special every day of the week. You chose Hit to show that you want people to come closer, almost smashing you with love. You can't handle doing things from a distance. That's why you don't even have a single ki blast in your arsenal. Sometimes you attack when people try getting close to you, but you hope that doesn't dissuade you from trying again. It's necessary for your survival to have somebody nearby. If you main Hit, you're all about the counter. So when an opportunity opens, you know exactly when to strike. You're just in it for the hugs as Android 16. You prefer to just stop fighting and cuddle for a bit instead. You're at your best when you're direct with people. Sometimes they don't want your company, but it doesn't get you down. You're more than happy to embrace everyone you can. Luckily, your hugs also come with an exciting, explosive twist. You can be known to keep your distance at first, but when you open up to someone, you instantly become the most valuable person in their life. Adult Gohan, Trunks, Hit, and Android 16 are all men with hearts of gold who aren't afraid to get up close and personal. Once you're in, you're all in, and people will notice when you're gone. The OG Fighters. Playing as Tien, Piccolo, Krillin, or Yamcha might get a laugh or two before the match, but luckily for you, you spend time in the back training like a boss. While these characters aren't glowy and stable like the classics, they're known to flaunt their abilities with incredible combos, fantastic cinematics, and great callbacks to those nostalgic moments you've grown to love from Dragon Ball Z. Selecting Yamcha dubs you as the most reckless and unpredictable of them all. While you aren't one to excel cell off the ground, you know very well how to work the most fundamental moves to your advantage. Nothing feels better than using your technicality to perform the best set of strikes and mix-ups because it's your underdog specials that make your fighting robust and unique. You can instantly relate to Piccolo's unorthodox yet incredible fighting style. You're one of the best around, but people don't know what to make of you at first. They might be weirded out that you can do things they physically can't achieve. Your flexible limbs, high intelligence, and focus on technique sometimes make you feel like an oddity. At the end of the day, you don't care about any of that though. You know any naysayer will eat their words when you inevitably come out on top, while you charge your special beam cannon, teleport, and wait for the right moment to strike. Choosing Krillin tells the crowd that you've watched the anime, and that your knowledge of after images and destructo discs only make you inferior to the game controls themselves. Those who rip on your choice of short limbs don't even know that what you lack in power, you make up for in loyalty and overall heart. No matter how the match ends, you've got the upper hand and the prettiest lady. Speaking of Zen, Tien as a main might as well announce you as the smartest of the bunch. If you're a player with the best patience and you understand how to utilize the usage meter to your fullest potential, the battle is all yours for the upset. Also, what better way to manipulate your opponents by sacrificing an adorable Chaozu for damage? Silence is your trait, deadly is your talent. They were pretty good in the show, they've got to be good here too. Ooh, scary, you're playing as Frieza, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, or Beerus. They're the strongest in the show, right? You've seen posters for Dragon Ball's recent content and your friends have shown you a battle or two from Dragon Ball Super, but you refuse to watch the whole thing. You also don't know much about this Fighterz game, but the fights look pretty cool. You're not sure if it's pronounced Fighterz Z or Fighterz, but none of that matters because you're here to win, and the winner doesn't need to know how to pronounce words correctly. Whatever way you declare it is going to be the right way. Case closed. You know for a fact all of these guys won fights in the show. By the transitive property, that means they must automatically win here too, right? You do pretty well on lower levels, you win by pressing random buttons. When a special is activated, you frantically look around the room for a ghost of the recently deceased to make sure it was triggered by you and not a spirit. Either way, these guys have to be good. You know two things for sure. One, this game is fun, and two, crazier hair means crazier abilities. Goku's hair is blue for crying out loud. Or maybe you just got a download code for both Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, so you have to use them, right? With Frieza, you have a deadly recovery special, great zoning, and you can't help but hit him with the pew-pews in the air. Maybe you're just a sucker for cinematics and you just want to see that Frieza turn gold. Talking more about cinematics, let's take a look at Beerus. You love knowing that you have the power of a god in your hands. What better way to show that but landing a level 3 super and flicking your opponent into oblivion. I have achieved greatness and live to tell the tale. Wow, you're playing as Android 21. You can only unlock her by beating the game, so color me impressed. You finished all 3 story sections and now you want to let everyone know. So maybe you're not on top of your game with Android 21 and would rack up way more victories with Goku or Trunks. What matters is the principle of it. You beat the game. Everyone should know. Keep the people informed. If you could, you would main 3 Android 21s. Teamwork makes the dream work. You pick Goku Black, Gotenks, Captain Ginyu, or Android 18, and when you do, middle fingers around the world simultaneously raise in your direction. Your favorite sale is the buy one get one free, but in this case, the one free is a free victory. You hope to confuse and distract your opponents with sheer numbers. They'll be so flabbergasted that you brought a buddy to a 1v1 fighting game, they'll just forget to block. And their surprise is half the fun. You always hear that 2 heads are better than 1, so Gotenks is your jam. You cockily brag about the insurmountable strength you appear to wield. Intentionally, you'll leave openings for others to attack you because you're sure nobody could hit you otherwise. How could they even get through your legion of kamikaze ghosts if you didn't let it happen? Goku Black is your character of choice. You don't like conventional teams. You prefer a compact duo instead of a flashy crew of Z fighters. You're all the better for it. The competition gets demolished by you and your partner. You believe in the strength of a 2-person partnership, making you one of the toughest people to defeat. Whether it's Zamasu holding your opponent while you give him a Kamehameha blast, or it's you two dropping a giant blast from above. While partnership is nice, sometimes you feel it's a bit artificial. You wish there were more families around. Android 18 finally fills your familial void with the help of her twin brother, Android 17. You love their kinship and they love each other. You're reminded of your own family when you pick them. Like Android 17, you back up your sister with an energy blast in a heartbeat if she asked. While you're strong alone, you believe the most miraculous victories are impossible without the help of others. You're the leader of the Ginyu Force, Captain Ginyu. Your personal team is there to support you through thick and thin. Your friends always there to make life easier. Sure, they're a bit goofy at times, which can be off-putting to some, but you couldn't imagine anyone else by your side. I mean, who else do you have to strike a pose with? You're a massive fan of ultimate chaining moves. The number of characters you ultimate with back to back is directly proportional to the level of frustration you'll incite in other players. You'll be crushing spirits left and right, but unfortunately, this doesn't mean you'll win. These foes would rather disconnect than let that happen. It's good to be bad. You play as Boo, Nappa, Kid Boo, and Cell. You're not here to mess around. This is serious business. By selecting one of these guys, you're immediately cementing yourself as a bad boy, and that's how you like it. You don't identify with heroes, you're too kind, too righteous. You're the player who may be chilling on the couch in wool socks, but these fighters ain't. No way. It wasn't your intention to scare anyone, but folks were mortified when you picked Majin Buu, so you're just playing the part. The reputation you've cultivated defines your life, but it doesn't describe who you really are. Everyone thinks you're a bad guy, and you don't want to prove anyone wrong, so you do your best to frustrate the group. Whether you're pummeling your enemy in the ground, turning him into candy, or just tying him up. Or you're a bit impulsive, so your eyes were instantly pulled towards your spiritual doppelganger, Kid Buu. When you react, it can be a little knee-jerk, but you don't know how else to behave. There's never a moment where you're not yourself. Anyone who threatens your way of life is automatically a foe. If somebody has the gall to suggest something that you don't like, then they have to be destroyed immediately by your deathly howl. What's a quick Earth Destroyer? Also a lover of candy, Kid Buu is not to be messed with. Otherwise, you're gonna be eaten. As a perfectionist, you pick Perfect Cell. He pulls all the best traits from everyone to achieve his goals. You instantly relate. When in school, you tried to learn every skill out there, taking in only the good things to improve yourself. Your mantra is when talent is added to another talent, it can only equal talent plus, making you the ultimate genius talent. You can reach any goal you set with ease. Every one of your moves is calculated and your level 3 super can be destructive. Let's just hope you're not facing Teen Gohan. You chose Nappa, and you're a bit of a mystery to the people around you. You go in and out of lives, causing everyone to only have the best memories of you. People have spent too much time around you, but the time they did have left their mouth agape. Who else can fire a ki blast straight from their jaw? Not even Goku can do that. The time you spend with people is often brief, but unforgettable. You're remembered as an absolute talent. With brute force, you are a bit slow, but that doesn't mean you can't combo. Although you've been betrayed in the series by your best friend Vegeta, choosing Nappa will secure a victory faster than you can plant a Cyberman. Even if it may not seem it sometimes, you're still a baddie through and through. When you go to the grocery store, you crack a single egg in every carton. You take 2 samples. You're terrible, and you like it that way. You paid for it, so you're gonna like it, gosh darn it. You paid $35 for the Dragonball Fighterz Season Pass before the game came out, only to find you don't like a single one of the DLC characters. Now you're in a pickle. Playing them makes you physically ill, but leaving them to sit idly means your funds have merely disappeared. You're going to make the best of it. You picked Bardock because you're a bit of a mystery. One minute you're somewhat above average in talent, then seconds later you time travel back in time and go Super Saiyan. Nobody quite knows what to expect from you. You have a little bit of everyone in your build, Goku's face, and Piccolo's double kick, to name a few. You consider yourself a tough guy, causing you to choose the sturdiest looking man around, Broly. You don't go down as the rest do. You're not afraid of anything. Hypothetically speaking, at least 100 stampeding elephants or 3 very powerful Saiyans are needed to take you down. But even then, you're suspicious that your defeat is also possible. Let's face it, you're the legendary Super Saiyan. You trump everyone in size. You've got this deathly green glow, and everything you do is accompanied with a maniacal laugh. Not only are you a tough guy, you just might be the baddest guy around. Your team is made up of exclusively DLC characters, simultaneously flaunting that you splurged and fronted that it wasn't a waste of money. It gets you mad street cred. I'm Nikki, and thanks for watching. What did your Dragonball Fighterz main say about you? Who do you main in Fighters? Comment below and let us know. Don't forget to click that bell icon to become part of the notification squad, and if you like getting more from your game, subscribe to the Leaderboard, your home for video game facts.